Yes, guys, President here, T Television, one and only exclusive pay-per-view, YouTube, yeah, www.youtube.com, Sunday/Sunday footy. Right, guys, just watched a video, right? 5-1 team tag, battered Team Ishee, played him off the park and sunk him in the ocean and just threw him away with no remains. Ishee, you messed up just like you messed up last night's meal, right? You messed up your starters, main course, and dessert all in one call. You picked the wrong players, you put the wrong captain on the day, and you put the wrong players in the wrong formation, and you didn't have no answers, and there was no alternative, and there was no solutions. So, Ish, don't worry about it. 3-0 now, and I think we can put the matter to bed. Or, if you want, we can have another match when I'm somewhere else in another 6 months, 7 months, right? So, yeah, Ish, don't worry about that. I think, it was a one-sided game. We didn't even get out of first gear. I mean, we could have turned it up another few notches if we had to, but it was just like too easy for us at times, or most of the times, and I've never seen a more one-sided game ever in my life. But it is Sunday footy, and credit has to be given to the players and the manager for making that possible. Alright, also, right, Nemo, all I can say, bro, is that one big joke make about your reffing, right? I mean, if I was you, don't bother reffing again. You haven't got the minerals, so stick to playing. Your decisions were very poor. You didn't even know how to use the whistle. First 35, 45 minutes, you didn't even blow for a foul, sorry. And people were telling you how to do it, and you got terrorised from everyone on the pitch. Excuse me. Ishee was bullying you, he was trying to corner you, he was trying to interrogate you. He was doing all his tricks, and he worked on you. You were constantly coming in the camera. I don't know why. I don't know if you were scared to leave Ishee within 10-15 yards. I don't know. But Nemo, now you know how hard reffing is. I appreciate next time then, when someone else is reffing, you don't call for silly free kicks and you be as honest as you can. That's the main thing. But your penalty call was spot on. And the Shaq free kick, or the Shaq slipping over and they were claiming for a penalty, that was good call as well. That wasn't a pen. Ishee was just cheating. Also, Ishee, good commentary, but a couple of stupid remarks in there made, which I'm a little bit disappointed with a person of your caliber that, you're saying, if Terrell never played, the score would have been different, or, but that's like, you don't see commentators if Real Madrid have won and said, if Ronaldo wasn't playing, it would have been a different score and it would have been a different game. But, you go with whatever players are on the pitch. It's nobody's fault. The 18 on the pitch are the 18 you got to deal with. So whoever it is, so be it. Yeah, but Oranges, their best chance was at the beginning when they had 8 players with a makeshift keeper. You still couldn't threaten, and I think you would have just lost even if you'd carried on playing without Skippy and Klosnich, I reckon. You guys were struggling. You had no answers to none of the play, really. So, Oranges unlucky about that. What else? Kaiser, you made some good saves, worth mentioning. Dullet made some good saves, kept him in the game. And Kaiser also would have been good if Oranges got a goal or two back just to really open the game up a bit more. But it wasn't meant to be. Shaq, really impressed with you at centre-back, mate. You commanded the back at the centre, and you worked with your two sheeps very well all game. I mean, it's solid working with the likes of Kaiser and Zarek either side of you. But you did what Billy and Doc couldn't do. I mean, they had the best defence on paper, yet you performed the best. So, I mean, yesterday, you were the best centre-back. Say no more. Yeah. Also, a few noticeable performances, really. I mean, Burby done alright. Klosnich played well. Vidic, again, you done your job, but again, your passing was a bit whack. Zarek done decent. Zarek was alright, and Kaiser made some good saves, and obviously, man of the match, Terrell. I mean, there's no point going on about him. 3 quality strikes. He put fear in the Oranges right the way from top to bottom. Every time he touched the ball, players were backing off him. Even the keeper was shivering before the shot came in. So Terrell, well done, mate. I don't want to keep on because I could be here all day talking about you. But yeah, well done. Thanks for turning up. And next time we're short and one of the Deadwoods can make it, we'll let you know straight away. So looking at the oranges now, and there wasn't enough orange juice flowing in the system, meaning that the machine wasn't producing enough orange juice either from the start or in the middle or the end. And after analysing that team, right, besides the picks, that's a separate issue altogether, right? I mean, the shape and the positioning of that team was just terrible. I mean, I think, right, my personal person to blame on that situation was Bo, because Bo, right, regardless of how fit you were or of your injury, regardless of that, right, the team was set out and you had two wingers playing. So you started off with Rashad on the left, Ethan on the right, and you were supposed to be in the middle with Iftar. Yet all game you were drifting either to the left, to the right. So at times each wing would have two wingers, you and Rashad or you and Ethan, which just messed up the balance all whatsoever, because again, if they had to stay back and the striker wasn't getting supported. And really, I mean, coming back off of a shoulder operation, you're a 5-stone cookery bund, right, with minimal power and all sorts, so there wasn't much you were going to do. So what you should have done is you should have just sat next to Iftar in the middle, tight, like Kyle Ali did really, and just waited for the ball and just jogged casually up and down, picking your passes, and that would have been more than sufficient. But again, both sometimes, you try to do too much, and it did have a negative effect on your team. But but your captain should have picked up on that, whoever the captain was. I think Billy, but he never. So, so be it. Also, another mention, I reckon, Kyle Slug. He done well. Like Ishee said, he played that Carrick role. He was at the right place at the right time. He was doing the simple layoffs, simple 1-2s. He was just going with the flow of the game. So when he had to drop back, he'd drop back, jog forward, jog back. And again, I reckon he was the main difference alongside Terrell. And, when you've got one or two guys playing well in the middle of the pack, they make everyone else play well. So again, it's very important that we have decent players on each team. And for Sunday footy, you've seen what happened. Weren't so many funny moments this week. It was just like more of a exhibition football really. But again, Zalak getting hit in a tattoo and going over like a bag of spuds, and no one getting him up. That's worth mentioning. And also Nemo, some of your bickering with Ishee was quite funny. No starfish moments, and Vidic and Iftar passing into the boards again as usual, or like Ishee said, they're imaginary friends. I mean, guys, you've got to stop. It's embarrassing. So please stop passing into thin air. It's not worth it. What else, guys? Blues. I mean, some excellent football, right, guys? I mean, some of the passing. I mean, there was times where you were doing 10 to 15 or even 20 simple passes, like vintage Arsenal, moving the ball around, giving, going, packs of 4 and 5 at times. Everyone was getting involved. The ball was, you were winning the ball in defence, carrying it forward, not by no one was really doing mazy runs. It was just simple 1-2s. And I mean, anyone watching Sunday footy, even if it's like Welsh League, BBC, Sky Sports, be it Post Office, Riverside Park, anyone watching that, right, guys, I'd seriously suggest you watch that video, and you can take a lot from that you don't have to be the best to be the most effective. So that was another one. Another thing, the penalty decision, guys, like I said, it was a blatant penalty, well worth it, right? But again, Kaiser, Shaq and a few others, right, I've told you before, less of the lip. Don't go on about it and just zip it, bro. When will you guys learn? You keep going on and on and on. You know what I mean? Just shut up and stop causing a scene. You're like rundies. So please, give it a rest, right, guys? And one of the other talking points, right, guys, I'd like to mention is, obviously, this week we had Nemo missing, we had Shahid missing, we had, who else was missing? We had Saj, we had Rizzi, and we had Asad. So 5 main players were missing from Sunday footy, right, of the regulars. And like Buckers summed it up in a few words on his interview yesterday, that, just dead wood. I mean, bar Nemo, I mean, he could probably walk straight into that 18 and wouldn't disrupt the flow. But like I was discussing, you put Sag, Rizzi, Asad, and Shahid on that field, you ain't having that passing game and that vintage stuff that we had today. So the question is, were they missed? No. Do we need them back? No. Do they deserve to be back? No comment. Will they be back? Yes, I'm a nice guy. And, even though there's better replacements out there and there's better quality of players out there and, everything like that, but still, I stay true to the people that stay true to Sunday footy. So they will be back. But guys, let that be a stark warning to anyone that, people who don't pull their weight and don't try, then, there are replacements waiting. And inevitably, it'll come to a situation where one day, I'll be in a situation where I'll have to pick the strongest 18 based on ability. So then, friendships and loyalty will go out the window. But hopefully it won't come to that stage as of yet. But when it comes to ability, then people will be picked solely on their ability, not, how many times they've turned up to Sunday footy. So that was another thing to mention. And yeah, guys, good match. Christmas extravaganza. Bucker's on the rise, Burby on the rise, Bundy's on the rise, Bo, Billy, Doc the Rock. And yeah, guys, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the Sunday Footy Massive. Team Can, ba-da-ba-ba.